everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm doing a full face of Essence. So it's actually been a while since I've picked up anything from Essence, and I recently saw on Just My Look that they had uploaded a ton of new stuff, and I thought let's pick it up and do a video for it. So the first few products I'm going to use I've had before, and I've used quite a lot of times on my channel. So first I'm going in with my redness reducing primer. So I mentioned before, this really doesn't do much for my redness, because well, I know the whole point of this is to help reduce the redness for my rosacea, but it honestly does not do a lot for my skins. But I still keep it because it's still quite moisturizing, and it's still like a nice primer to keep. So now for foundation, I'm going in with the Hydro Hero. This is the 24-hour hydrating tinted cream. So this is a little bit deep for me because this is in the shade 10 Soft Nude, and by thinking like soft nude you would think that would be quite pale, but this is actually quite orange on me. So I'm gonna try and use it to my best abilities, but I do have a concealer as well, so that is really going to help it out. So I'm just going to add a bit to my ISO Clean palette, and I'm just going to use one of my sponges, and we're just going to kind of get that all over my face. Okay, so that is obviously not the greatest of tinted foundations, moisturizers, whatever you kind of want to call it, but it is still kind of nice. I mean, the coverage is, when it comes to products like this, they're not going to be the most full coverage, but the concealer that I have been using so much recently, and it's the Skin Love Sensitive concealer, and this is in the shade 10 Light, and this is a really nice concealer. I've been using it a lot off camera when I go to work and everything, just so I can make my under eyes look awake, because I'm so tired all the time. But I'm just gonna kind of tap it in the places where I feel like I'm a bit too deep and it doesn't actually dry down, which is a really nice thing about this as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a product that I've not tried before, and this is the Brighten Up Banana Powder. So I got this from I got this from Just My Look, and I think it was about £3 or something. So Essence are very, very affordable, in case you've never heard of them before, but they are really, really affordable, and they're not as easy to get in the UK. They are, I believe they're a European brand. I think they might be from Germany, because also Catrice is part of their little makeup family, the kind of evolution of one brand. And Catrice are again very, very affordable, but you can get Essence on Just My Look, like I mentioned, but you can also get them in some Wilkinson stores in the UK. I don't really know anywhere outside of the UK, unfortunately, but the Wilcos that I tend to go to don't have the biggest of stands, and the shade selections on hand are not so great. So I would definitely check out online to see if there's any other stores that have a bigger selection. So let's go on to blush and highlight. So I picked up this palette. So this is the Peachy Blossom blush and highlighter palette. So this is a selection of 3 blushes and 2 highlighters. So I actually have another highlighter that I want to try, but I really like this shade at the bottom, and I think this whole little palette must have cost about £4 or £5. So I'm going to go in with this one at the bottom here. They don't have names, so that's pretty handy, but you get a nice long mirror. But I really like the packaging, because I love blossoms, like the pink blossoms, like the Japanese ones. And I thought I'd pick this up because I haven't tried a new blush in a while. So let's see if this is going to do anything. I'm going to tap off any excess, and we're just going to blend upwards, and it's not looking too bad. There's a lot of kickback, but that's not always a big issue for me. I'm just going to tap it in to give myself a bit of colour. I might go in with the second from the bottom as well, just to mix it up a bit, but that is really pigmented. The foundation and the concealer haven't really done a great job in covering up my redness, or giving me a massive platform to kind of add this on top of, if that makes sense. But this has got a really nice glow, so this is really nice. I will try this again under like maybe another foundation one that probably won't like look like I've got barely anything on, but it is looking good. So the highlighter, this is a Gimme Glow luminous highlighter in the shade Glowy Champagne. I'm gonna swatch it because I like to swatch highlighters just to see if they will give me any oomph. It's quite reminiscent of the buttery bronzer by Physicians Formula, just because of the style of it. I mean, I don't know, doesn't smell like the bronzer, because that one is, it smells freaking amazing. Ooh, okay, this highlighter is nice. I mean, Essence highlighters have always been amazing. Like the highlighter by Essence is probably one of my favorite highlighters of all time. It is like, it's only like £3 or £4 and it gives such a punch. And this is quite nice as well. I think this is like the same price, but this is it's not too glittery, it's not got yeah, like chunks of glitter in there. It's just like a standard highlighter, which I like a lot. Yeah, that's a win as well. So let's go on to the eyes. So I always like to check the sales section of Just My Look because they tend to have some really good like deals. But I found this palette for £1.99, so I was a bit intrigued, and when I opened it, you get like a lot of shadows. I don't think it's going to be the most amazing quality for £1.99, but I hope to do something. So this is called the Epic Sunset Eyeshadow Palette. So let's have a closer look at some of the shades. So you got some blues, just some like pinks and neutrals, and these two you can use as like transition shades, which I will use this one as like a starting point. But I kind of don't know where to go with this palette today because it's such a like random palette, but I will do just something nice and simple. I will go in with the first shade, which is called Lightness of Day. So I'm just going to use that long shade here, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. I don't have anything on my lid in the sense of a primer or anything, so I'm just going to see what the formula is like. Okay, that's just white, so that's totally fine. I'm gonna go in next with, let's see, we've got a lot of shimmers here. I think there's like one matte shade, which is that one. I don't feel like going in with that shade today. I want to go in with Heat just here. This is like a really gorgeous shade, and to be honest, I'm starting to appreciate eyeshadow palettes, like just pure shimmer palettes now, because I don't know, I'm starting to like the idea of just shimmers. I tend to change my mind a lot when it comes to makeup looks, but we'll just see how this looks. Okay, that's not looking horrible. I mean, it's picked up a bit of product. It's not what I would call like amazing pigment, but remember, this palette is £1.99. I don't know how much it is normally. I think it must be around like £10, but we're just gonna carry on. So now I'm gonna go in with Solar Flare, which is just next to it here, and I'm just gonna put that kind of on like the top part of the lid and just hope it gives me something. Yeah, this palette is not giving me much. I mean, I've put on 2 shades and it's not it's just looking like a bit of a mess, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't want to put primer down because I didn't want it to be like giving it extra oomph to it. I just want it to kind of like see how it performs, and I've tried Essence eyeshadow palettes before and they've been really nice. I just think this palette is probably not their greatest, so I'm going to go in now with Perfect Glow, which is just here, and we're just going to take another little fluffy brush and we're just going to put that on the rest of the lid, just at the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to stop there because I don't know, next time I might try a primer. I don't actually have an Essence primer, which I might have to look into to see if they actually do any, because I don't want to keep on using my Urban Decay one, because that one I know for sure gives like amazing performance every time I use eyeshadows, but I want to try like branded ones to see how they work. So I'm just going to go with mascara. So this is the Double Trouble mascara. So I've had this for a bit, like maybe a while. I might have to get rid of it soon because it's probably past its expiry date, and I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on because my eye is pretty sensitive at the moment, so I'm just going to be a bit careful what I put on. But this is actually a double-sided wand, so you've got one side for the upper lash, and I believe the one is probably for the lower lash line, which is pretty handy because or to be honest, you could probably use either side for whatever side you want to. There's no rules. Okay, now we're going to end on the lips, and I'm hoping this is probably the holy grail of it all, but this is one of their new matte lipsticks. This is an 8-hour matte liquid lipstick in the shade Classic Red. So it's me, it's a Classic Red. What else are we going to go for? So I'm hoping this new formula might be something good. Yeah, it's a nice little doe foot. It's a nice little standard one with a bit of a curve. I don't know if it's because it's like designed that way, or it might have been moved or something. I don't know. Let's just get this on. Okay, that's really nice. It's really pigmented. It's very kind of comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's gonna like dry down my face a lot. I'm just gonna give this a minute because it might take a moment just to dry down, but this is quite nice. I mean, I've used a couple of liquid lipsticks before by Essence, and they've been pretty good. I mean, they're bullet lipsticks, not my favorite. They smell a bit weird, but this is nice actually. I think I would probably wear this like every day because like, reds are obviously like one of my favorite tones. But yeah, this is my finished look. I mean, you could probably tell by my expression what like things that I liked and what I didn't like. Eyeshadow palette, I understand why it's £1.99. I mean, again, I will try it again under different circumstances, as in I will try again for like a primer, like an eye primer. The blush palette is very nice, highlighter is stunning, lipstick is probably my favourite out of this whole collection of purchases because it is just a really stunning like vintage red, which is up my street. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, what I expect for £1.99. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Bye guys.